So the second module, emotion regulation, is around understanding and applying mindfulness into the context of emotions. And obviously that's something that we tend to be quite reactive in terms of how we express our emotions, whether it's anger, sadness, frustration, etc. And taking the principles of awareness, firstly being aware that I'm experiencing emotion, what is an emotion, and being able to reframe that into something useful, and then being able to apply that in a non-judgmental way, and ultimately with the outcome of being non-reactive, that third key element of mindfulness that we take as a thread through everything, and being responsive, so being able to choose a better response. And we deal with something particular which we have developed called the red zone, which is when we get into those kind of life and death matter, end of the world situations. You know, when somebody says to you, it's not the end of the world, and for you it is. So we help you to see very clearly what triggers that and how you can use mindfulness to just presence yourself and break that cortisol rush and the mental emotional patterns that get you hooked into that spiral, and be able to help you to find the first exit off the highway, as we say, so that you can start to make more conscious choice and have a better response to the situation.
So the brand new thinking in the CBT world is something called the Unified Protocol. So this is cognitive behavior therapy with quite an emphasis on emotion. And the research is showing that we really need to bring this in, as well as thinking about our behavioral patterns and of course our thoughts. So when we're looking at emotion regulation, this actually drives pretty much what we're doing in the world. So the UP is all about awareness, and this is where mindfulness comes in to enhance your ability to be aware. And we then get into a non-judgmental way of working with emotion. And this is where the UP and mindfulness dovetail, as in, what is the message that this emotion is giving me? And therefore I can respond as opposed to just reacting and being caught up in the messenger, the emotion. So for example, let's take anger. So I need to be aware, first of all, that I'm feeling something. And then instead of getting into a judgment of like it, don't like it, good, bad, I can then use mindfulness to presence myself and receive the message in a very neutral, realistic way. What is this emotion telling me? So anger is often about defending something or about putting a boundary. And once I've done this, I've received the message and I've presenced myself, I can then continue in a mindful way to choose a response as opposed to a knee-jerk reaction where I'm not even really aware of what I'm doing.